Can we complete Terraria using weapons I've either never used before or have very, very rarely used? Welcome to the first episode of my Terraria Forgotten playthrough. So here we are with our newly created character. For this one, my friends, we're going to go small, master. Since the last playthrough we did on vanilla was crimson, we're going to go for a corruption mod. Going to have a nice blank seed, and of course we're going to call this the Forgotten World. Let's get this world created. Let's hop right in. So here we are in our brand new world, ladies and gentlemen. Now this certainly promises to be an interesting playthrough at the very least, because what's going to be going on is we're going to be trying to obtain and use as many of the weapons in the list that I've come up with. You can check out the list in the description down below of all of the weapons I've either never used or rarely use in my Terraria playthroughs. So starting off, of course, with the copper short sword. I mean, of course, we're going to wind up using this. I mean, yeah, it's not really a weapon I would say is rare. In fact, it's probably one of the most common weapons you'll ever find in Terraria, because you always start off with it, don't you? But, I mean, you gotta start off with something, don't you, my friends? If you do want to support this brand new series and this pretty interesting idea, I think, then please do be sure to head down below the video, drop a like to support this new series. Of course, do consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on the future episodes from this series. If you do want to go one further with your support, of course, though, you can use code Python when ordering any of my Apex Gaming PCs for 5% off, or you can head on over to Terraria.shop and get a whopping 15% off any of your Terraria merch orders. So then, the question is this: what is going to be the next weapon we get? Well, according to the list that I came up with, we could, if we really wanted to, get an umbrella and use that as a weapon. Now that, my friends, would certainly be an interesting way to go, eh? But I think probably the more easier thing to try and do would be to maybe try to get ourselves any of the metal short swords. I never make metal short swords. I mean, I don't think anyone makes metal short swords because, well, they're kind of pooey, aren't they? So guys, check this out. A pretty good start here. I'm sure you guys would agree. What we have is a bunch of iron off the rip. If we can get ourselves an iron short sword, maybe that would be a nice way to go. Not that I imagine it'll be doing a great deal more damage than the copper short sword we have, but certainly, you know, any increase is a good increase, right? Now, I should mention, as we're continuing to dig out this iron, I do want to give credit where it's due. This series idea was indeed inspired by Happy Days. I believe it was a ranger playthrough he was doing, and he decided to go ahead and ban himself from using the weapons he considered either overpowered or are weapons that he always went for. So, yeah, big shout out to Happy Days for the idea here. Oh, dear. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. Wait, no, hang on a minute. Psych, I'm not dead. Ha-ha! Yeah, suck on that. I avoided my first death. I mean, to have your first death be a slime in your new world is pretty embarrassing, and as someone who has played Terraria for over a decade, that embarrassment is multiplied by I'm not going to say a lot, just a lot, probably times a million, but yeah, just a lot. So essentially what I'm saying is I don't want to die by a slime in this world because that would just be silly. So we're having a bit of an explore, and what do we find, ladies and gentlemen? Some large trees. Oh, snappers, that is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, dude, we've got a pretty good chance, I would say, of us grabbing ourselves an umbrella, maybe even the blue pipe. I would take either one of those. All I know is moving on from the copper short sword nice and early on is going to be something that we want to do. However, the wand of sparking, my friends, we have used that a lot in the past. I'm sorry, but it is not on the list of weapons I'm allowed to use. So yeah, it's a brutal world we've got going on here, my friends, where we're chucking away beautiful things like the wand of sparking. But yeah, like I say, we've used it a lot in our previous playthroughs, and the whole goal of this playthrough is to use weapons that I don't normally use. So yeah, I apologise, but no wonder sparking. You know what, my friends? You know what? We've got ourselves an underground desert here. Oh, my word. if this has a thunder zapper in it, I am going to be beyond hyped, because that is a weapon that is on my list of weapons I'm going to allow myself to use. No way is this going to have a thunder zapper. 3, 2, 1, boom! Okay, it doesn't. Can you imagine, though? If we actually did get that, that would have been so cool. Hey, this is cool, though. An extractinator off the rip. Anyway, for now, my friends, we're going to get ourselves out of this here tree, and we're going to explore more of that world. Maybe we can get lucky and find ourselves a weapon that we can use. I'm sure you guys have noticed it as well. Annoying copper short sword. This thing does a mere 4 damage. I mean, if that isn't an omen as to how the RNG is going to be towards us in this series, oh man, I don't know what it is. We've got ourselves a desert on the left. We've also got a desert on the right. Which one is going to lead to greatness? I don't know. Which one is going to lead to our deaths? Probably both, if I'm honest. I mean, this is master mode at the end of the day. Oh, good grief, we've already got this guy. Hello, Mr. Vulture, with 120 health. You got more health than I do. How unbelievably rude is that? Yeah, this guy just isn't letting up, is he? What a son of a gun. All right, well, the good news is what we have come across. I mean, what are the chances? I mean, this is going to be an endurance fight, but yeah? We're keeping this guy at bay, so we've got that going for us. Anyway, I was going to say, we've actually found ourselves what appears to be another deposit of iron. My goodness me, this really is like a mini-boss here, my friends. Can we take this guy out before the green slime gets to me? The answer is yes. Oh, you'll love to see it. Right, we're going to take this poor sap out of the game as well, ideally. And we have it. Right, now what we're going to do is reap the rewards. More iron for your boy. Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, my friends, the first night in our brand new world is fast approaching, and what do we have to show for it? A grand total of nothing. Like, literally nothing. We've got no upgraded weaponry at all. We don't have a house, nor does the guide. Oh dear, this is going to be one rough upcoming night. I mean, if I was to grab myself some of this stone that is here, I might just be able to make a furnace, get myself an iron anvil, and actually be able to see what I can make with all this iron. Yeah, that sounds like a good way to go. So then, workbench, there's the furnace, and here we are with a ton of iron bars. 59! Man, that is some craziness right there. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to place this bad boy down. We're going to see if we can make ourselves maybe some armor. We've got 15. That brings it up to 40. And that brings it up to 60. Oh! We are so close to having full iron armor. Do we just do a little bit of sort of clueless digging and just hope for the best? Maybe we can make up the rest of the iron that we need for the iron armor. I'm prioritizing armor above all else because, well, you know, having defense would be a good idea, right? All right, looks like we bumped into a little bit of a mini pocket cave. What do we have? A tiny, tiny, tiny little tidbit of iron. And this guy has 150 health, does he? We're only just managing to keep this guy at bay. Oh, hang on a minute. We might actually have to back off here. He's getting a little bit close. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, there's a 2 there. A little bit of crit strike. Hell yeah, dude. Wow. Another endurance fight. What did we get for it? 2 silver coins and some arrows. Well, my friends, after gathering a grand total of 7 more iron... Yeah, that's not a lot, is it? What we can do is we can head back up to the surface here and do a little bit more exploring because it's become daytime. So let's bring our workstations with us, and what we're going to hope for is a nice big iron ore vein once again. You know how we were having vulture stalkers before? Well, look who's decided to stalk us now. A flying fish. Yes, because that makes a lot of sense, Terraria. A flying fish. Go on, Terraria. How about a nice little chest for your boy here? That would be nice. It really is going to be one of those episodes, isn't it? We're going to get tiny, tiny, tiny little tidbit amounts of iron until we get the amount we need, eh? You're going to make it take as long as humanly possible. Is that how it is, Terraria? Oh, no, no. Oh, there's a Slimeroony there. I don't think I'm going to be taking that guy down. Not really. Not unless I take drastic action and I do a little bit of a thing here. 8 melee damage. I mean, that... Oh, hello. 9 melee damage. That's more than double the copper short sword we had. Hey, can I even... Yeah, look at that. Oh, my... What? Look at me, man. Oh, I am literally a god. I'm a short sword god. What can I say? Yet another tiny tidbit of iron. There we are. Oh! And there we have it. First death of the series. Oh, you hate to see it. Oh, yeah. Get wrecked there, son. Oh, if I got a mandible blade, that would have been amazing. That's another weapon that we are allowed to use because, well, I rarely use it. So, you think you're going to trap me to death again, do you, Terraria? Nope. Another trap to disarm. Excellent. And our reward for doing that appears to be an underground house. Oh, that is excellent. Right, let's go and get rid of that trap there as well. Let's see what we got in here. Hey, the ability to run fast. Well, we got plenty of gems, but we've got a grand total of 0 iron. If we could maybe get on top of the iron supply, that would be excellent. All right, well, sadly, we're down to using glow sticks now. Wait, can I do this and it doesn't break? Oh, I can. Cool. Oh, another weapon that I have used pretty often in previous playthroughs. It's a sad state of affairs when you're chucking away an ice blade. But them's the rules. And yes, I did notice it. Our first heart crystal of the series as well. All right, so let's go grab this bad boy, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, up to 120 health. Can we take these two guys down? You know what? Actually, yeah, we can. Look at that. Well, I am genuinely surprised at how well this iron short sword is doing against the baddies of Terraria. Yeah, undead Vikings, very much re-deadified. Hang on a minute. We have platinum bars, we have platinum ore. It's 4 ores per bar for platinum, right? Yep, so there we are. We've got ourselves 7 of these things now. The thing I don't know is how many bars are needed for a short sword. No way. It's only 6? You only need 6? We can make a platinum short sword. Unbelievable. And this one's got more crit chance. I will most certainly be taking that. The unfortunate thing is we could have maybe used the iron that went into that iron short sword for our set of armor. But, you know what? Never mind. The iron short sword still did us justice, didn't it? Yeah. Just prodding all of these enemies with a platinum short sword. Ah, excellent. Okay, this should be all the remaining iron we need for our first set of armor in this series. So, the furnace is down. Where's the iron? There it is. 60 is what we need for the full set of armor. And would you look at that? We've got 64. A nice Minecraft stack of iron. There we are, my friends. 9 defense. How's about we head back up to the surface and we maybe do a little bit of world exploration? I figured that'd be a nice idea. Yeah. Be gone, foul zombie. Oh, this is great. I love this platinum short sword. This is the best weapon so far in this series. And yeah, I know that's not from a very big pool of contenders, but still, I'm kind of liking this thing so far. I love the fact that I could take these guys down so much easier. Oh, I love it so. All right, we've got some more water leaf. I would like to be able to take these guys down. Come on now. I don't want to be getting killed. There's a guy with a zombie arm there. If he gets near me, I'm probably going to die. So as we're running away here, how's about we make ourselves our first mana crystal of the series? Yeah. Oh, good grief. I was rather hoping I would have done maybe a little bit more knockback there, but I'll tell you something though, this guy's not getting away with it. No way, Jose. I want my money back. So why don't you get your little butt back here? He's despawned. He's despawned with my money. Unbelievable. believable. Oh, you know what? I think the reason is it's just become daytime, eh? Oh, my word. Well, that still sucks, though. We lost a gold coin at this early juncture. That kind of is a bit of a stab in the heart. So quickly going through some of the other things we managed to get so far today, we've got shurikens. We've actually used those pretty well in the past, so sadly, that's going to be another one we palm off to the bin. So with my inventory mostly in a chest, including the gold coin I had remaining, what we're going to do is explore more of our world. Ah! Brilliant. A nice little chest, and this one contains a step stool and a bunch more shurikens, which of course we're not using. Another chest, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to be pretty quick about this one because we're now heading into the jungle, which I confess I'm not fancying my chances in, if I'm being honest. I feel like I'm just going to die to a bat or something, so maybe we try to plot an avoidance course. Maybe we go back to spawn or something. I don't know. Or we could be an absolute Chad and try to roll through it. I mean, you never know how it'll go until you give it a go, right? I mean, so far, so good. Just casually waltzing through the jungle here. Are there any weapons that can be had from here that I haven't already used a million times before? I've got to be honest, I don't know. Ooh, could be a little bit on the dangerous side, but actually, hang on a minute. If we do a little bit of that, and then maybe a little bit of that, then we can explore this chest, which has a blowpipe. Hey, our first ranged weapon of the series. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good, my friends. We're really not doing too bad, are we, my friends? So, let's go ahead and start on the collection of some seeds. Wait, allows collection of seeds for ammo. Why am I not getting seeds, then? Huh, maybe you don't get them from the jungle? Question mark? I've never known that to be the case, but there we have it. I've learned something new today, my friends. Right, go away, you silly little goblin scout. Oh, you know what? I think it's time to go home. Yeah, I don't fancy pushing that too much further, my friend. I was most certainly going to die to the bats there, wasn't I? So how's about we do a little bit more exploration on the right-hand side? And yeah, as I'm sure you guys noticed there, we did come across the corruption as well on the far left-hand side of the world. Normally, they're towards the center-ish of the world, but no, this one's like right at the very edge. Well, hello there, dungeon. How you doing? Have we got anything in here? I mean, I don't think we will, let's be honest here. So, let's make our way over the dungeon and see what else is waiting for us. Looks like we've got ourselves yet another desert. I wonder if it's going to be one that contains, I don't know, maybe a pyramid? That would be kind of nice. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a world with a pyramid. I mean, yeah, the Calamity Modded series had one, didn't it? But aside from that, I don't really know when the last time we had a pyramid was. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the edge of the world. And there's the angler as well. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Right, question. Are there any weapons from my list that reside in the ocean? I don't think there are. I've used the trident many times in the past. In fact, it's a very, very good weapon for early pre-hard mode. But aside from that, nah. Either way, we'll explore the ocean. Maybe there's a chest or two to be had down there. But before we do that, I do, of course, want to wake this guy up right quick. So we've got him exploring the world. Are there going to be sharks in here? Probably. My goodness me, I can barely see a gosh darn thing. Right, any chests to be had? I don't think I can see any. No, I can't see any little square shapes. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, but hey-ho, we wouldn't have gotten anything from there anyway, let's be honest. So, shurikens. Sadly, you're gonna go bye-byes. As are the grenades. We've used them plenty of times in the past. The throwing knives, on the other hand, if we were to get ourselves stingers, we can upgrade these things up to poison knives, and I am allowing myself to use poison knives because it's just something I've either never used before or very rarely used. So we're actually going to keep these, but we're going to make a special point to not use them. So then, I think, ladies and gentlemen, the final goal for today's episode is to make a nice basic shelter, not just for myself, but for the guide and also the angler, of course. So, we're going to need a double NPC house. Should be a pretty easy thing to do, and since we're pretty much at world spawn anyway, I'm thinking we move these chests out of the way, and we basically surround the world spawn with a house. So even if we don't have a bed to spawn in, we could still spawn in some sort of shelter, you know? I think the best thing about having a blowpipe is I can now take down the arm zombies. Yeah. So then, world spawn, I have determined, is right here where these 3 torches are. You can only see 2 because the guide is in front of them. But yeah, take my word for it. We've got ourselves world spawn sorted out. All we need to do is surround this area with a bit of a base. So how's about we go ahead and make a little bit of a start on this thing, eh? We've got ourselves stone, we've got ourselves dirt, we've got ourselves wood. Probably the trio of most easily obtainable building resources there are in the game, eh? So, yeah. Let's see if we can do a little bit of a thing here while simultaneously trying not to die. And also, if the guide could not die, that would also be quite nice. Come on now. Get wrecked, get wrecked, get wrecked, and get wrecked. Okay, brilliant. Right, this guy needs to go bye-bye too. Come on now. I wonder if I can get a zombie arm from one of these fellas. That would be kind of cool. Hey! A shackle with 3% extra damage for us. Not that that makes any difference to us at this early stage in the game, but, you know, still kind of cool. So then, I'm thinking a nice stone brick base and then a nice wood structure. How does that sound? Hey! That guide almost just ping-ponged that eyeball into me. I am not okay with that. Wait, what's your name? Jan. How could you, Jan? I'm trying to make you a shelter, a nice little home for you to call your own, and yet you're out here trying to sabotage me. All right, now we're starting to get somewhere, my friends. We have ourselves a nice basic structure being built right here. We've got some doors going on, which is great. All I need to do is make this big enough to the point where we can house 2 NPCs. And maybe, just maybe, to host a little bit of storage as well. Do you know what? Actually, I've got a brilliant idea. What if we have a little bit of a mini storage basement? It's something I used to do in a lot of my really, really old playthroughs, right? I just have a little bit of a void underneath here. And yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of chests underneath. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There's me thinking I might have protected Jan enough to the point where they wouldn't die. And yeah. And you know what the ultimate stab in the heart is? It's literally just become daytime as well. Although with that said, they did try to sabotage me, so... you know, there's only so much sympathy I could give, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, quick progress update. I've now got all 8 chests placed down in the little basement area here. And yeah, everything has been nicely sorted as well. Heck yeah, dude. Right, now I'm feeling pretty darn good about myself. We can go ahead and get this build finished, my friends. Yeah, how about that for a curved roof, eh? That's not bad, is it, ladies and gents? All we gotta do is get the background walls in, maybe some furniture for the attic room here, and then that is it. We have just about gotten this thing up and running. How about this, my friends? Probably the first starter house I think I've ever made that actually has a chimney on top. I mean, come on! That's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright, so we're going to go with a classic here, my friends. We're going to be going with wood around the outside, and then I'm thinking a little bit of dirt on the inside. All the brown textures, eh? Alright, my friends, I'm very, very close to having this little starter base finished. There's just one tiny little detail I want to get finished off. So let me just grab this little bit right here. We're going to head back home, and look at that. Spawn point is exactly in the center of my home here. I mean, come on. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So we pop on down here, my friends. What we're going to do, we're going to make ourselves some more of these here brick walls, and then we are going to line this stone wall here with the stone brick walls. And basically, the idea is that gives the illusion that this fireplace is kind of connected to the little chimney up there, right? looks pretty good, doesn't it? So then, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is indeed going to wrap it up for today's episode, the first episode of our Forgotten playthrough. If you've enjoyed today's episode, my friends, and of course you're excited to see more of this series, do be sure to head down below the video, spend a second to drop a like. I'd really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, of course, and don't forget to ding that bell if you don't want to miss out on my future content. But for now, my friends, it is time to bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.